Hello guys, and welcome to the SCPH Quarantine Tournament number 2. 2 means this is the second one, and 2 means we are gonna go again. You saw that little stinger right there, but my name is Dax, and we are gonna be hosting you an SCPH Tournament 2, remember, for today. So this is day number 1 yet again of our quarantine tournament. We will start things off on the gold to diamond side, but in the meantime, well, SCPH quarantine tournaments, it's a 2-day affair, and we'll just be showing you real quick what is to come for the weekend here for the StarCraft PH scene. That decision is really cool. Big shout outs to Mizzled on that. We'll get that later on. So today, guys, it is going to be the gold to diamond bracket, and that is going to be a 2,000 peso prize for our first placer, 700 for our second. So we got some more money coming in today, ladies and gents, and we will be talking about who's been supplying that money, who's been supplying that support to the scene in just a bit. But tomorrow, though, the bigger slice of the pie, gonna be that Masters Plus bracket with some really big names in the scene. It's gonna be 2,500 pesos for the first placer and 1,100 for the second placer. So overall, that's around 2.7 plus 3.6 is around 6.3k. 6.3k prize pool is not bad whatsoever. It's so solid, and it really is over $100. Very impressively done by the community as well as our sponsors. But hey, let's quickly talk about those sponsors into this one. So of course, the SCPH Quarantine Tournament would not be possible without the support of you guys in the community, but also we have gotten a major sponsor for today. For today and tomorrow, actually, there's going to be HEG Games, who is a exclusive regional publisher of Blizzard Entertainment Games, helping us out, doubling the prize pool set up by the community. If you saw many of those announcements, actually, we wiped the slate. You were like, this is the money. Just kidding. We got more. AKG Games, really supportive, and they are doing a number of events right now in the Philippines for multiple Blizzard games, including Hearthstone, including World of Warcraft, including Overwatch. But hey, they are actually going to tip their hats and give in some support here in the SC2 scene and partnership with us in SCPH. Well, that is going to be a reality. In terms of community sponsors, though, DLS Mizzle for the overlays, for all of that, for the organization. If you want to support him and check out his portfolio, go over to dlsmizzle.com, and you can count me in as a community sponsor as well for hosting this one up and bringing you the casting that you need for the weekend. Besides us two, though, big shoutouts to our individual community sponsors. We got Supermalls, Bayagster, and Paul helping on that with the prize pool as well, and helping on that in terms of the tournament, whether they be playing, whether they be actually helping in marshalling, or just really giving some coaching and some advice to some of these players. So this is the gold to diamond bracket, guys, and we have gotten a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 32, 35, 37. See, the math checks out, guys. 37 players right now in our gold to diamond bracket. Some really familiar names from the first one, but I just want to say, hey, we got some Zergs coming on in, some old faces as well, returning to the SCPH scene. And if we are able to see their matches unfold, we will talk about that later on. But just quick little FYI shenanigans, our previous champion for quarantine number 1 is banned from joining this tournament. He is thrust into the Masters bracket instead for quarantine number 2, and whether his result be a win or a lose there, he can go back to the gold to diamond bracket afterwards onto a perhaps 3rd edition of the tournament. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves as we are going to be going into our round 1 matchup. So here for round number 1, we do have around, let's quickly count, have 5 matches actually coming our way at the same time, but we will only do 1 match per round, so all these games can go smoothly, all these matches can keep on going on, and we will have a streamlined approach with our tournament. This is the SCPH Quarantine Tournament number 1, and our first match of the day is gonna be none other then a PvP. It is going to be RafhRafhG versus Deadtrooper, and that one is going to be coming to you guys very, very soon. We'll just quickly get our map picks and our map bans, talk to the players, get them in the lobby, and we will be back in around 2 to 3 minutes for our first match in the SCPH Quarantine Tournament number 2. So hi guys, and welcome back, and it seems like we are going to be getting in order with our first match PvP action between RafhRafhG as well as his opponent Deadtrooper. And we are going to get a map pool here for our best of 3. And that map pool is going to be Nightshade LE first and foremost, Zen LE for second, Simulacrum on third. Interesting pick actually getting Zen all the way into that second map, so it's guaranteed could be played into this matchup. No Purity Industry, no Everdream, no Golden Wall, and no Eternal Empire to start things off. And the biggest thing to note right now, this is a PvP coming our way. So it really is going to be a lot of different antics now from these two players. We'll be talking about a little bit of their background very, very soon, as we are going to be looking to get into our first matchup already. Quick little shout outs yet again to our sponsors. Besides the SCPH community, you got Mizzle as well as AKG Games. AKG Games, an exclusive partner of Blizzard Entertainment here in the region, making your favorite events for your favorite games. You gotta check that one out when they come into the future. But it seems like we are going to be getting started into our first map already. Nightshade LE. Gonna be very, very interesting with all that high ground, with all the ramps. A very quick transition though, a diagonal straight to the opposing base. And well, you got some nooks and crannies to hide those buildings, and it's PvP, Protoss versus Protoss. You can expect something a little bit of a different flavor. Probably gonna get that cheese going on. But I'm really excited to have this first game going on today. This is Quarantine Tournament number 2, and this is match number 1. It's time, ladies and gents. It's time for some StarCraft action. And we'll be getting into the Cleave-On matchup. Warblades are going to be lit into this one. And it's going to be time right here, right now, for Quarantine Tournament number 2 to start. We've had such a good time really setting this one up for you in the community, and I'm glad that we actually have such a good response. But enough about that. Let's get into the matchup. Map number 1 going underway. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to map number 1 out of 3. And there you go, you got some quick little updates there on our overlay. Got the sponsor there on the left hand side, AKG Games. Got the socials. We got a quick little recolor actually of the blue we're using here for the gold to diamond. And SCPH Quarantine up on top as well, just displaying what tournament you are on. And this is Nightshade, and this is going to be matchup number 1. Introducing first, on the top left of Nightshade LD, it is gonna be the Golden Protoss of RafhRafhG. Give me the R to the R to the G, and he's gonna be G on out to try and just get some later action going in Deadtrooper. In the meantime, we haven't even introduced him yet, but look at already how patrolled he is. But a quick little intro on RafhRafhG. He was one of the players from Quarantine number 1, but unfortunately we weren't able to actually broadcast his match due to a few reasons, and we had to move on to someone else. So I'm glad to see him in action right here, right now. And something he told us was, we were asking him, you want to say something on stream? He's like, nah, I just want to say I'm happy to be here. And we're happy that RafhRafhG is back and looking to try and climb the SCPH ladder. But his opponents might make it tough for him, as he's going to be looking to troop on. And on the southeast corner of Nightshade, it is going to be that blue Protoss of Deadtrooper. So another fun fact about Deadtrooper. So we're also doing this match because unfortunately Deadtrooper was one of the players who did sign up for Quarantine number 1 but had a few issues getting access to some of our channels and had to go on a buy. So right here, right now, this frontliner here all the way being an actual doctor, saving some lives, guys, but now he's going to be taking them in this PvP. But here we go with our PvP antics, and this is what Protoss versus Protoss is all about. So we see the Forge right here, right now from RafhRafhG and Deadtrooper. Does he know that that is there? Yes, he does. So it's a very early Forge right here, right now. No expansion whatsoever. And the Forge coming first before the Cybercore. So this must be Deadtrooper trying to figure out what's going on. And we'll get a scout immediately. Sees the photon cannon, gonna be bringing in 1, 2, and it's gonna be the whole clan coming on it to try and take down this photon cannon. The cannon rush is looking to get muted already at the very start, but at the same time, there we go with the shots, and come on, Deadtrooper, you just gotta commit. There he understands when to back on out. And the cannon will go down. Seems like RafhRafhG and his cannon rush not gonna work out anytime soon, but he is still gonna go for it, setting on up to a potential third. And if I remember correctly, here in our gold to diamond, these two players are in the platinum range. So we are catering to 3 skill ratings right now, guys: gold, platinum, and a diamond. Don't worry about our masters and grandmasters. They will have their heyday tomorrow to really dominate and show off into our action. But we do like to segregate. We do like to have little different skill ceilings in terms of the local scene, just to foster a more competitive but also learning community along the way. Grassroots had to start from somewhere, and right now we are starting things off with an expansion here for Deadtrooper. 3 minutes in, he was able to get the cancel already against the cannon rush, so he's feeling very, very safe to move into the natural. In the PvP, it's a little later. You usually get your 2 gates first just to make sure that you are safe and sound, but seems like Deadtrooper reacting early and can play the grid. Quickly going into a Twilight Council, gonna go for the TT, and it is gonna be a little bit of Swiss versus Mozzarella right here, right now. Classics all about, but RafhRafhG gonna be playing the double proxy gateway. No, it's a gateway and a robo facility rather. All about production here and now, and it seems like Deadtrooper sending in a proxy pylon to boot. Does RafhRafhG that know that this is here? Seems like it is not gonna be the case, that's for sure. Still though, Warp Gate gonna be such a good component right now for RafhRafhG, and he's gonna be looking to seal the gap right here right now with some gateways. If I remember correctly, that is gonna be painting just in the middle, so he's gonna put one Zealot to hide on over and hold position. And RafhRafhG investing some cannons as well in front of his proxy base. As soon as this Dark Shrine pops, it's gonna be looking very dangerous right now. Deadtrooper in position. RafhRafhG still unaware of what's to come. He's gonna go for the Templar Archives. A big deal though is the roam facility is into play, and he can build an observer just in case, but it really is gonna be a matter of reinforcements. Only one base right here right now for RafhRafhG, gonna go for a second. In the meantime, Deadtrooper already coming out ahead in terms of the work count. And that early cheese blowing up in the face of RafhRafhG, and he is also gonna be supply block, unable to build that immortal out of nowhere. And speaking of nowhere, the shadows now gonna get cloaked on over. It will take a while for the warp cycle to actually finish on up, but RafhRafhG is still unaware that this is to come. Here comes the DT, the Dark Templar now, looking in position to try and cleave their way to victory. More and more DT, RafhRafhG given a moment's rest, but it seems like as he's trying to diversify his portfolio, even gonna go for a Stargate. It feels like it's a big waste of minerals and gas right now for RafhRafhG, and it seems like his probes are gonna get wasted on as well. The DT right here right now from Deadtrooper, really a silent killer, and a mineral line gonna get blown to bits so quickly. Sides now and blades just really ripping apart any kind of mechanical creatures. And RafhRafhG, does he know that it's there? He's lost 21 probes already. In the meantime, Deadtrooper trying to go for the fight, folding cannons in position. And while RafhRafhG still has a pretty solid base out in front, it's not gonna work out here onto his main, because these Artosis pylons aren't protected whatsoever by any folded cannons, and he's not gonna be putting up a pylon or a cannon anytime soon onto the natural. So the best thing he can do right now is to get that 400 minerals set on up here onto Deadtrooper's potential third and try to play from there. But overall, it's not working out here for RafhRafhG, as there you go with the buildings getting taken down. Deadtrooper now realizing the pylon is the only thing powering things up, and he will go for the shutdown on to the electricity. Race against time. Can RafhRafhG even make it to getting enough minerals for a Nexus? It's not gonna happen. 2 workers left, and they are not in position whatsoever to get any mining on. RafhRafhG just losing out without that detection, without any kind of way to figure out what is to come from the shadows. And it seems like here in the quarantine tournament, this is the perfect way to start things off. We'll get a little bit of cheese to spread on over, some quick melt, some Eden, and now going for another Nexus, we will get its departure. GG gonna be called. Deadtrooper now will be able to take that first victory in this BO3. That is gonna be a good start here for Deadtrooper. Pretty solid opening here in our tournament. But there you go, guys. First game done and dusted. And apparently, our victor will be Deadtrooper. He will take Nightshade by storm from the shadows. Very effectively done, using those Dark Templar, putting the pylon all the way onto the side, and that is what is so important about scouting, guys. It's so important to actually figure out what's going on. It's so important to really commit on a composition, because for RafhRafhG, he was deciding, I want to build all of these things, but never really invest the proper minerals and gas for it. The roam facility was just there for show, build one immortal. He went for Stargate for some reason, went for Templar Archive, but didn't have 2 base to keep on up with the economy. So it really was just a situation there that RafhRafhG was unable to respond to. Deadtrooper finding the proper response against a cannon rush, and he deservedly takes that first victory. But here you go, right here, right now. Match number 1 gonna be done, and Zen LE gonna be next on the list. So Deadtrooper with our first victory here, and now best of 3 into this action. And again, guys, quick little shout outs to our sponsors. We got community sponsors courtesy of StarCraft.ph, but AKG Games, check out their socials down below on their logo. It is akggames.ph on both Facebook and Instagram. You want to check out what content they do have in store for the country. Still though, right here, right now, guys, we are having a number of matches going on as well in our quarantine tournament. We are starting things off, of course, on a per round basis. In round number 1, every player in round number 1 looking to make it to round number 2 and face off against everyone else waiting at the wings. This gives the round number 2 guys, though, a lot of time to prepare. Just make sure that they are stretched out, they are ready to go, they are going to be checked on in, and will not be any buy situations. And this is what we want in the quarantine tournament. Such a big turnout and even better retention. So many familiar names from quarantine number 1, RafhRafhG being one of them. But hey, he's gonna be looking for revenge right here, right now. And it is gonna be looking to be time to get into our second match. So yeah, Platinum there, confirmed for Deadtrooper. In the meantime, seems like RafhRafhG really at that border, but advantage honestly in Deadtrooper's side, really showing he has a little bit of that edge, honestly. Overall though, you gotta check those map race check. Race check. Remember guys, I play PvP, not TvP, and you know, for a reason. Gotta make sure that that is okay. Raph is on Terran, yeah, just making sure he's gonna be okay. Yeah, so our lobby is already going on, guys. We got Crayon, Resmon, New Vagabond, Tag Once, the Invader and Elvin B, and Terra and Snapcast all facing off right here, right now. And so many different players looking to just get started for the round number 2. I'll just be checking, making sure that Raph is okay, as he did accept to be in the lobby. There you go, swapping that race. And on Zen, well, it is on that smaller side, but it also has a lot of different angles that you can hide buildings at again, like a PvP does. And then they also have the expansion that allows you to really just drop into the main base. Interesting with the ramp as well, it is a very, very tight chokehold to begin with, trying to get into the natural, trying to push through the mineral lines that you cannot break. It's not the break that you can break, you have to mine it, and usually it's the side of the defense that decides if that is gonna be gone or not. But hey, Deadtrooper right now looking to move on to round number 2, get a little bit of a revenge, and get on over to some really good showings here in quarantine. In the meantime, RafhRafhG, we'll see if his tournament run will end here and now in this map, or will he be able to force out a map number 3. This is a BO3 right here, right now, right guys, and we are going to be getting into round number 2 out of 3 in this round 1 matchup. Let's get it on, let's get it done, and let's move into ZenLE. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is gonna be game number 2 out of 3 in our Protoss versus Protoss. It's gonna be time to see what these two players are gonna be up to, but apparently one of them gonna be the masters of the Cloak and Dagger, the Dead Ringer, the Invisibility Watch. On the top right, we got the spy main himself, the Master of Shadows, the Blue Protoss of RafhRafhG. And his opponent, on the bottom left of ZenLE, gonna be playing a little bit of that Zen, gonna be playing that Aqua. It's gonna be the Aqua Protoss of Deadtrooper. So for RafhRafhG, as a Master of Shadows, as we touted, he's gonna need to open his eyes, cause he was the one who got DT'd. He was the one who got a slice and dice from the shadows. And to truly be the master of shadows, you need to be able to spot out what's coming from the shadows. Deadtrooper, in the meantime, he is up one map right now. He is looking really good, and he is showing that he does have a little more understanding, especially onto this matchup. Second of Silver Knight already here for Deadtrooper will allow him a myriad of options. He can go for some early sentries, early stalkers, early attempts, compared to RafhRafhG, who will have to wait on and do something else. But again, early forge will actually be a fast expand here from RafhRafhG. I haven't seen that build in quite a while. Usually you just go for the 2 gates into the core before you try to get that natural on. But for RafhRafhG, you can really see the tendency of a newer player. He wants to build cannons just to make sure he has that static defense. He wants to make sure that he will be protected without having him to micro in the first place. And Deadtrooper knows this. He's not even going to go for a second gateway. He is looking to play a little more economy. He has started things off with Cybercore, and another great bit opening here for our Aqua Protoss. He's gonna go for that Twilight Council, potentially get some Dark Templar yet again very, very early. And Mr. RafhRafhG, he has to take off that blindfold. He has to make sure that he is ready for it. And the Forge is a good way to start. Now, I would like to see RafhRafhG actually set up a pylon on his middle line. If he's expecting Dark Templar to begin it, he's gonna be looking to protect those workers as much as possible. Natural, of course, gonna be something that he should take as well. Deadtrooper right now gonna be expanding on. And in the meantime, here we go with more and more of these pros. For Deadtrooper though, he is taking that lead. He knows there isn't really going to be any aggression coming his way after that very, very long scout and more. Look at that! Deadtrooper literally waltz in. RafhRafhG gives him a little bit of a smack, but it's more of a love tap than anything else. And now pylon into the base. RafhRafhG, dude, you gotta react this time. You can see that what's there. You literally know that there is a pylon there, and you have to know what Deadtrooper is gonna be up to. But hey, more and more stalkers right here, right now. It seems like RafhRafhG looking to start things off with a sizable force, and he is floating on those minerals right now. I'd love to see him actually get that natural because he already has a pylon set up to begin with. Anyway, though, here for Deadtrooper, when ahead, go Dark Shrine. When in doubt, go Dark Shrine. You know, just play Dark Shrine! If it works, just go for it. He is up one map right now. And the DT just gonna be such a pesky thing. So we aren't really seeing any real standard play right here, right now, guys. It's Deadtrooper going for the investment, but looking to get into some cheesy antics. Cannon gonna be set on yet again. Here for RafhRafhG, though, he has a closer pylon right now onto his mineral line, and into Stargate we go. So 2 gates into Stargate. Now, usually you'd expect this to be Oracles and the Light to go for the harassment, and or maybe even Mass Phoenix with the Adept timing push. It's a little too late for that, and he is really not going for that natural anytime soon till now. So Deadtrooper in the meantime, looking to saturate as much as possible. A cannon as well, just in case for any run-bys or just noticing what's to come. And we also have the probe facility. So an early Twilight Council into the Dark Shrine. I'd like to see here for Deadtrooper to actually play into a little more tech options instead. Glaive's gonna be a good way to just go for the harassment. Can't go wrong with Charge Lock nor Blink Stalker as well. And pretty much right here, right now, low action going on. So here on Zed, we're actually having a pretty tranquil map. But the thing about Zed, look at how tight this ramp is. The 2 mineral fields allowing 1 unit to come on in. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the show. Here for RafhRafhG, going for that natural, folded cannon right here, right now, onto the side. Interesting place to actually put it. And in the meantime, here we go with a proxy pylon from Deadtrooper instead. It's not gonna be into the base, that's for sure. It's not gonna be as quick as earlier on. But it seems like here for Deadtrooper, he is looking to potentially play some drops instead. And I like this. Zen has a really good position to actually get some drops on here onto the western corner of the northeast base, or the southern one actually. And for RafhRafhG, he does have photon cannons into play, but that is not going to have the range that you would expect. It's not going to reach any of those skies whatsoever. He really needs to put some photon cannons in his mineral line if he's really going to invest onto the Forge. But I'd love to see him go for Robo instead, get an Observer, since he's not really doing anything with the Stargate. But as I say that, it's going to be a Phoenix now, looking to go for the Scout as much as possible. Deadtrooper gonna go for a third. He's like, okay, you're not gonna attack me anytime soon. I'm just gonna keep building bases. And while Deadtrooper is really having this advantage on the economy, RafhRafhG might be able to shut down this upcoming drop very, very soon, because the Phoenix is going to be coming online. There we go with the gateways already even more. And Deadtrooper will go for the warp on in. It is scouted out by the photon cannon, but as I said, there's nothing here. There is no photon cannon, and we are gonna get a little bit of deja vu yet again. RafhRafhG gonna lose all these workers. Deadtrooper with a commanding lead, and by this point, this might be game, set, and match already, but the photon cannons will be able to dissuade. Natural base, still not protected by any cannons. Deadtrooper though, not really microing that one. On to the next as we go. And yeah, RafhRafhG probably just scratching his head in this instance. He's like, where did I go wrong? And there you go, buddy. Just not putting the photon cannons at the right places. But actually, onto the natural, well, it protects some of these probes, but it's not really too far off. But it really goes to show the inexperience right here, right now, and that's okay. Everyone needs to learn some way, and this is gonna be a really, really good lesson here for RafhRafhG. Deadtrooper in the meantime, just keeping on with his Dark Templar. He's on 3 base. He has everything in the world and more to love. And the frontliner here from Cebu, just looking to just be the front line with the Dark Templar. He's able to just shut down anything and everything without getting noticed. And it seems like for RafhRafhG, he's going to be sent back into the depths where he came from. Violence not going down, and this game is all but over. And honestly, just one little thing there for RafhRafhG. Good idea with the Forge, honestly. Very, very good idea with the Forge, as GG is called, and Deadtrooper will take that match to 0. It is commendable he went for that Forge, but unfortunately I feel like he just didn't really use it properly in the way he should have in the first place, due to the fact that the Forge cannons were not in position at all in places he needed them, and he did have a substantial army to really try and defend that one. So it really is experience being the best teacher. No problem, you're just learning. You're learning. Thank you for joining. Yeah, let's give a little bit of love there to our boy RafhRafhG. And yeah, so that is gonna be our scoreline. Basically, it is gonna be a 2-0 in favor of Deadtrooper. We are not going to get Simulacrum anymore, as that is gonna be the shutdown there from the Dark Templar. And that is, guys, basically StarCraft in a nutshell. When you are able to exploit your opponents in a way that they are unfamiliar with, well, there you go. You can just easily take those victories. And the Protoss, the cheesiest race, the one with those most antics. He goes to get those cannon rushes. You got the proxy, Robo proxy, Stargate proxy, Gateway, Zealot rush, that kind of thing. And then you got that Dark Templar. So all the way, even to the highest echelons of the Tech 3, well, it gets a little spicy there. And that's what happens sometimes in a PvP. But here you go, guys, with our map results. Nightshade and Zed taken by Deadtrooper. One way he knows how. Play that Dark Templar and play it off. But there you go, guys. That is going to be our first match of the day. We'll be coordinating with the rest of the tournament right here, right now, to see what is going on in our matches. Quick little reminder yet again of our prize pool, 2,000 pesos, going to go over to the victor here on the Gold Diamond. If you make it to the finals, so you are guaranteed at least 700, and that is a pretty good, sizable amount for just making it to the tail end. 37 participants, though, really facing off. We are getting eliminations right here, right now. It's a best of 3 all the way to the semis, but the best of 5 in the finals, and it's single elimination. Different format though for tomorrow, and we'll expand on that later on. Quick little shoutouts yet again to our sponsors here and now from the SCPH community, as well as AKG Games, and that was match number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a pretty good start. Hey, it wasn't the best quality games, but that is really the variance of having gold to diamond. As we go on later and later into these matches, as we go on later and later into the bracket, well, you're gonna expect even better and better things from our players. So congratulations though to Deadtrooper, moving on to round number 2, looking for a date against Exoskeletor. So that's a pretty big matchup for him. We'll see if he's gonna be able to take that one. But in the meantime, we'll be coordinating with the rest of the bracket to see which match we will be bringing you guys. And thank you guys for tuning on in to our Quarantine number 2 tournament. We will be right back with a few results as well as updates. Stick around. This was RafhRafhG versus Deadtrooper, and this was round number 1 of the Quarantine tournament.